Hello, and welcome to Let's Talk Politics on Naija Anchor News. If you want to make a change, the change should start with you. Every leader must be exemplary in their actions. These were the words of Peter Obi in a candid and explosive interview where he addressed several key political issues. In July 2024, there was a report where his former spokesperson Kenneth Okonkwo granted an interview on Channels television stating that Peter Obi is not the right person to lead Nigeria because he lacks the willpower to make the drastic decision necessary for meaningful impact.
I said, I do not believe that in an incompetent and corrupt society like ours, that will not give us free and fair election, that will steal the election. I do not believe that when they steal his election, he would have a commensurate force, like a Faye in Senegal, like an MKO who came out, declared himself president on the basis of an election he believed that he won. He was willing to go to jail. He was willing to die. I said, I don't believe that he has that kind of mentality. And I believe that that is the kind of mentality that we want.
I cannot continue to speak on behalf of a leader and that I do not know his stand on issues of great importance.
Absolutely.
How can Nigerians believe in that kind of person?
No, I don't speak for him. What I'm saying is,
but you have preached him to many Nigerians.
That's exactly.
You said he's the best person for the presidency.
As far as 2023 is concerned, Peter Obi is still 100% better than Atiku and Tinubu.
But going forward, you don't think so?
Going forward, Atiku, Tinubu, Peter Obi, we should step aside.
Responding to this, Peter Obi had this to say.
I've told you, I think I've said it. I can't act rascally. I've never been known to be somebody who operates rascally. I operate within the rules, within the guidelines and everything. And that's what we want to enthrone. It's easy for anybody to say anything. Like I said, all those who left are my brothers. They are my people, who are my associates, whom I worked, whom I'm pleased with and everything. But I would never be part of what I'm trying to change. So if you want to change something, a leader must be an exemplary person by his behavior and conduct, even when it does not favor him. What is happening in Labour Party today is not what I wish. Even if I'm going to lose from it, it will not make me to act rascally. I must act and work within the law.
On the Dangote Refinery controversy with the federal government on sourcing crude oil for the refinery, Peter Obi said everything should be done as quickly as possible to provide crude oil for the refinery.
If there's anything we need to do today, is to, as quickly as possible, ensure that the refinery gets all the crude they need.
He said that if he was the president at this stage, he would ensure that crude oil was provided for anyone who has a refinery in the country.
I will supply to anybody who has a refinery today as quickly as possible.
Recall that Peter Obi also mentioned during his campaign that he will remove fuel subsidy. When asked about his plans, he clarified that he was referring to addressing the fraudulent aspect of the fuel subsidy.
If you have followed my campaign, you would actually have seen what I said there clearly. I said you have 50% component of the subsidy we are fraud. I did mention it that I'm going to remove subsidy. The first thing would have been to eliminate the fraud side of it. Because everybody knew that the amount of fuel we were consuming were far in excess of what we are supposed to be consuming because of the fraudulent activities. And this is measurable. We compare it with the other countries who have even more vehicles than us and found that their consumption is about a third of ours. So we would have removed that fraudulent side of it first, and then you have brought it to about 50%.
Mr. Peter Obi also shared his thoughts on the issues of the seized presidential jet due to Ogun State government's transaction with Chinese business companies, as well as other properties seized from the Nigerian government in London and other parts of the world over debt. He called the situation very shameful and highly negative.
What we are going through now is very, very shameful and very negative in terms of the perception of our country. And something needs to be done very quickly. And I've made my humble request is that we need to urgently audit the country's debts at national, subnational level immediately to know the quantum of the debts that we owe, because I believe that we don't have the exact size of the debt, know who and who we're owing, and most importantly, know what those debts were used for. Where is the benefit? This is time to do the audit and know what we are going through, so that we, especially as we don't have not just presidential jet. Somebody was telling me about
a property in Liverpool.
Property in London
in Liverpool
being seized and put for auction. Somebody is telling me about another jet belonging to Nigeria in Canada and everything. This is time to deal with it, because sooner or later they probably will start seizing Nigerians.
Now, what is the way forward for Nigeria? Mr. Peter Obi has successfully listed out possible solutions to the issues mitigating against economic growth in Nigeria at this moment. Will the government pay heed, or is just going to fall on deaf ear? Stay tuned to Let's Talk Politics on Naija Anchor News, as we are going to crack down this interview in the next video. Thank you. Talk to us in the comment section. Let's talk politics.